Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see, the Rebels taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Huskers will kick it away to start. He'll bring it out. It's James. The Rebels offense will take the field first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We're just going to see what they do today.
From the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Rebels racing to the line in a hurry-up. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Out of the backfield, he's open. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Kick is in the air. He gets a block. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Cornhuskers offense will have its first possession of the game. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw him, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. They'll give it to the back. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. With jet sweep pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to...
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. To the air on first down. He's got an open man.
And I love QBs that understand when they need to put some extra sauce on the football. You see your guys sit down in the zone, running a curl. Boom. Fire that puppy to him. Get it on him now so he can catch it before he gets destroyed. Nice job by the QB putting a little extra.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
His job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Husker! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Flowers. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Oh, they're after him. Finding an escape route. And the Rebels will hustle to the line. Little touch pass to the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. 3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
They boot it away. Makes the catch right at the 50. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Raiola. Going deep. It's complete. Slippery slide. Found his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
You know, Oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Penn State is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up 14 over Buffalo. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This offense starts deep in a hole. Looking to throw on first down. Tough linebackers getting after quarterbacks. The Huskers have a rich tradition of that.
Yeah, and you think about the black shirts, and you hear that if you're a Nebraska fan, you know exactly what that means. Guys that see it, that hunt it, that go get the football like this guy just did.
The Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Running back searching for a hole. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Hey, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The give to the tailback. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
Well, it's a great individual effort by the running back on that last play. It's 3rd and forever. He tried to get his team the first down. Not enough. Let's see what they do on 4th.
And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll haul it in right around the logo. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And what a nice job by the punt returner. First thing he does, secures the catch, and you can tell they set up the return. He reads his blocks really well, turns on the afterburners all the way to the end zone. Special teams coming up with the huge play.
try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Flowers. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the offense onto the field again. He'll do it himself. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, not much the defense could do there. The defensive end crashed down thinking the running back had it, but nice job of the ball handling there by the QB.
Just trying to avoid negative plays, continue to put stress on the defense. That's what he does there.
And that's a play this guy can run in his sleep, too. They rep this over and over and over. It's like clockwork for this guy.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the 2nd quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. They'll try the run. Plows through the defense. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Quarterback on the keeper. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Dead center perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Motion from the back. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him, and sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field breaks into the open. Touchdown, Nebraska! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
To attempt the try. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Flowers. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Got it behind the line. It's Beal. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Beal. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
Off play action on first down. It's complete to the left. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Rebels can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Here comes the heat. Looking deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smooth.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Raiola. Quickly complete. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42. The Cornhuskers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. So they picked up that last first down on the ground, now with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Got enough for the first down and wants more. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Huskers have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Husker! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Iowa State is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a close game. They're up by 11 over Bowling Green. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Swings it out to his running back. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Rebels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. They bring the punter onto the field now. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Gives it on the option. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Dropping back, it's Raiola. He'll take a deep shot here. Just couldn't quite stay in bounds while making that grab. It's incomplete.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Absolutely center cut. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
This poor quarterback has been running for his life. He has never been able to get his feet set, stare downfield, and try and pick this defense apart because he's constantly throwing with pressure in his face.
Makes the grab on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the catch. Gets it out to the 20. That's not enough for the first down. 4th down coming. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Rebels will call on their punt team. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To throw, it's Raiola. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Fires to the big fella. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. And the Huskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big...
There he goes! Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They say there's no more loyal fan base than the one at Nebraska. Well, this guy is becoming their hero with this performance.
And Nebraska fans have a special place in their heart for a quarterback that can run it, they can throw it, show you all the dimensions of their game because they've had so many great ones in the past. And this guy, he looks like the future.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll go back to work on offense. He'll keep it himself. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you could just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have.
Rushes on him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
And the Rebels decide to punt it away. A low line drive and short kick. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Unloads it left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll pull it on the read. Powers through the defender. Quarterback gets the first down. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense.
Touchdown, Nebraska! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Lining up for the PAT. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Michigan is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been clicking in every facet of the game. They're up by 24 over UTEP. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates you'll see in here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, the ground game. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll do it himself. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wilkerson. He stopped at the 15, not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. The Rebels send out the punt unit. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Nebraska offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Gonna let it fly. Touchdown, Husker! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Coming out with it, it's James. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Hold and fire complete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Rebels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The play action fake. Here's the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Oh, better look out. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Now on the return. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And the special teams comes up special. He takes advantage. The short punt, he catches it. You can tell, does a great job using his blocks, getting north-south, getting to the end zone for the big play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's James. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
And the Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
Defense has the lead in the second half. Expect to see a lot of zone coverage. It's going to be tight. It's going to be hard to fit these footballs in, especially when you're throwing in the middle of the field like they were right now.
It's another safety. Can you believe this? Second of the game.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. They'll run it from the gun. Turning it on. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Leaves it with the back. And he's still running after the move. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's James. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. They'll go with a direct snap. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Flowers. He's going to lose a yard on that one. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. He leaves it with his back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
To the air, it's Raiola. He's got him. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Nebraska. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ohio State is running away with things, and I'm not sure even Bucky saw this coming today from this offense. They're up by 35 over Kent State. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Fighting off the defender. Gets it out to the 20 after a pick up of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Hainsworth. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. And they're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Quarterback on the keeper. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. The black shirts have applied blackout conditions. There has been no electricity available for this offense.
I mean, just suffocating. They're smothering this offense. They haven't done anything well yet. They can't run it. They can't throw it.
And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
Man, that is not the 3rd down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down now.
They punt it away on 4th down. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. This offense has it with really good field position. Keeps it on the bootleg. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the 1st down. The Cornhuskers look to do some damage in the red zone. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Touchdown, Husker! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
He'll bring it out. It's James. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in there. And they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Rebels lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll pull it on the read. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, they get that turnover.
Well, and if you're wondering why this offense hasn't scored in this game, it's plays like that. Not only have they not been able to execute running or throwing the football, they've had penalty problems, but it's turnovers as well. And here in the 4th quarter, ball security coming back to bite this offense, giving that one up.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll send the tight end in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the 1st down.
Well, there's the trust this quarterback has in his guy, right? He knows he's going to give him an opportunity in critical down and distances. 3rd down.
Got enough space. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2-, 3-, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
And And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
He'll bring it out. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. This drive will open from the 15. They'll start this drive going to the air. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
On 3rd and long, hoping. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. And the returner will be dragged down. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking left. He reels it in on the sidelines, but he's out of bounds. That'll be no catch. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. After this, it'll be a wrap. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. A deep throw as the clock winds down. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring over.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.